Hello everyone, Pancakes here, and what do we have here? Well, we've got some Advanced Warfare gameplay. Alright, this is my first multiplayer video for Advanced Warfare. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading a lot of these since I don't play that much Call of Duty anymore. But what I would like to do in this video is to give you guys my first impressions of this game. Because in my previous Destiny video, I sort of mentioned to you guys that I thought this was a particularly important game for the franchise, because after what a lot of people felt was the worst game in the franchise, which was Call of Duty Ghosts, this needed to be a game that was sort of a return to form, a game that people enjoyed, that was refreshing, and that overall felt like an interesting experience. A lot of people were getting bored of the franchise, so something needed to be done to sort of revitalize that. And I guess the question is this the game that does it? Does this set out and accomplish what it wanted to do? That depends on who you ask, I think. It depends on if you like the exosuit movements in particular, because that is what I feel is the most divisive aspect of this game. Because the exosuits completely change the way the game plays, the way the game flows, and overall, just what the game is. You know, I don't know how. It's hard to describe and hard to explain, really. I mean, it feels like a Call of Duty game. The guns still kill really fast. The game, feeling-wise, honestly looks and feels a lot like Black Ops 2, because it runs off the Black Ops 2 engine, so that's not really a surprise. But, that being said, the exosuits add this whole new dimension to the game. Now, it's only been out for 2 weeks, so it's hard for me to say whether or not I definitively like or dislike it. Anybody who's played with me knows that I rage a fair amount with this game, because it's so difficult to do consistently well in this game. And I think that has to do with a number of things. It has to do with the lag compensation, which in this game as of now is pretty problematic, and I think a lot of people who have this game and have played this game have expressed the same thing. The lag and the connections and the hit detection is just it's pretty bad in this game. There's no way to put it nicely. It's awful. The netcode needs some work. And thankfully, Sledgehammer has addressed that, and hopefully they will try to correct it, but it needs to be fixed. It is, in its current state, you may have some matches that play okay, it's not a big deal, but far too often you have matches where you just get these really cheesy kill cams that don't make any sense, and it's frustrating. So I would like to see that fixed. But the other thing in this game, which is an issue that I think might be a little bit harder to fix, is the spawns. And let me tell you why I think the spawns might be hard to fix. I think the reason why the spawning in this game is so bad is because the small maps combined with exosuit mobility makes it very difficult for the spawning system to put you somewhere where you're not just going to be instantly killed. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have experienced this, but I certainly have, where either you spawn and you instantly die. I'm not saying, you know, oh, I turned the corner and died. I'm saying, like, you spawn and then, like, out of nowhere you just died instantly. Or I've had instances where somebody spawns right in front of me in my crosshair about 10 feet away. I mean, that shouldn't happen. That is the sign, in my honest opinion, of sort of a broken spawn system. And when you have people kind of jumping around and dashing around all over the place, crossing the map in 5 seconds, it's very difficult to devise a spawning system that can put people, you know, that can put people somewhere safe, where they're not just going to be instantly killed. I think that's just sort of a consequence of having small maps with high mobility. That's what's going to happen. It's like Nuketown or Shipment from previous Call of Duties, where when you have these small maps, the spawn system has no idea where to put you because there's just people everywhere all the time. I think probably the only fix I can think of to that is to reduce the mobility that the exosuits offer. This may be a little controversial because some people who love the exosuits love how fast you can travel across the map, and if that's what you like and that's what you want, then you're just going to have to accept that you're going to have some pretty terrible spawns as a consequence of that. So that's another thing that I think really needs to be fixed in this game, is the spawn system. It's honestly, at this point, it gets very frustrating. And truthfully, if people just keep getting spawn killed over and over again, I wonder how many people are going to stick around with the franchise. And I want this game to succeed. I really do. I like Call of Duty. I want it to succeed. And that's why I'm trying to point these issues out, because I want them to fix it. You know, that's really the ultimate cause of this. Now, I don't want to make it sound like this is the worst game ever made, because it's not. I actually like this game. I like it okay. People who play with me, you know, hear me complain about it a lot. I like it okay for what it is. It can be fun. It's very fast-paced. You're never really going to have instances where you're sitting there waiting for somebody to walk by. But at its core, there are a lot of frustrating things about this game with the connections, with the spawns, and you know, I think this game has potential to be very good. But if Sledgehammer can get on the ball and fix these things, and I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they will, then I think this game could be very, very good. But as it stands right now, these technical issues, which aren't really issues I think you can argue are okay. I mean, these are real problems that people are experiencing. If you're not, that's good. I envy you, but a lot of people are having these problems. I really hope that Sledgehammer can fix it, and this can be a game that we can all enjoy. And there's more I'd like to talk about with this game, but sadly, there's not a whole lot of time in this particular video. I can give you guys more of my thoughts, maybe some advice, because this game is pretty hard in future videos. But as of now, these are just sort of my first impressions. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.